All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Another fine day in the boxing world. I hope everything is well with y'all. Let me hit this volume, make sure that you guys can hear me by checking out. Let me check out this main page. You guys should be able to hear me. In the meantime, got you. All right, got you. What's going on, man? Frank the Trucker. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for joining the channel, man. Thank you very much. All right, man. Another member of the Trucker crew. What's good? And my man. Oh, man, did I forget my... I did not. I did not forget my handkerchief so that I could... sometimes I might have to blow my nose because I got allergies that are really acting up right now. But they've been pretty decent this morning, so I shouldn't have to do it as much today as I did yesterday. Today, before I get into saying what's up to everybody in the chat, let me tell you what we're going to talk about. So if you catch it on archive, it's pretty much the conversation is going to be in this order. We're going to talk about Terence Crawford need to get up out of you got to get up out of Top Rank, man. You got to go, man. It's time to run. Head for the hills, dog. Head for the hills. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Head for the hills. Head for the hills. They coming for you. They coming for you. Terence, you are not going to survive this longer, dog. They knocked off Lomachenko. Lomachenko got knocked off. They are not going to let you sit up there and shine, dog. They already got people saying that Teofimo Lopez is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Dog, there ain't enough. The room is getting crowded over there with Top Rank at between 140 and 147 pounds, man. I hope you know that writing's on the wall, dog. The writing's on the wall. You know, that's kind of like you ever look around when you get old and you look around and you're like, dang, I hope this doesn't occur. I mean, it may happen to me at some point in time. But, you know, say there's somebody like 110. And one day they wake up at 110 years old and they're like, damn, everybody that I knew when I was 15 years old, they're all dead. I'm the last one left. That's what Tyson. That's what Terence Crawford need to wake up thinking right now. Oh no. Now, I did not listen to Fred from Barbershop Conversations last night, but I had heard through the grapevine that Bob Arum was on there and said something to the effect of either Terence Crawford would have to fight the PBC, what do they say? The PBC welterweights or move down to 140? Let me tell you right now, if Bob Arum said, let Terence Crawford move down to 140 pounds, he's trying to get Terence Crawford beat. He's trying to get Terence Crawford beat. If he says go down to 140, oh, Michael Fleming, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much because I need it. Need it. I need it. Got to make a change, dog. What's going on, Underground Asylum? What's going on, Terrence Chavis? Y'all definitely got to check out my man on Instagram. Hold on one second. All right, minor sneeze, nothing major today. Woo. Oh yeah. Fannon Crawford isn't going anywhere. He's going to collect $3 million checks versus bumps. No, he will not. Not much longer. Not much longer he won't. Terence Crawford's going to get beat. I'm telling you right now. Terence Crawford's going to get beat. It's going to be one of two things, but he's going to get beat. That's all I'm telling you. I told y'all how this Lomachenko fight was going to go for months, didn't I? Didn't I? I said the same thing about Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. Said the same thing. He said, turn on your purifier. Oh, my purifier's on. It's just that, you know, when I start talking, things start clearing out when you start talking. So even though it's not that bad, I suspect just the act of talking, you know what I mean? Yeah, allergies can be bad, but I've had them my whole life, so I'm used to them. You just suck it up, and some nights you can't go to sleep because you be scared of like choking to death. So because sometimes it's the night, sometimes you can't sleep. When my nostrils get like this, it's like I get scared to sleep because I feel like I can't breathe, you know? So look, let me tell you. Oh, Allegra D? Yeah, I probably should. All right, but let me tell you why. Now, those are the things. I'm telling you what I'm going to talk about so you guys know. So that, and then we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez in this pound for pound list. Yes, we are. And then last thing we're going to do. Oh, Terrell Gray said that no rematch clause looks silly now. No, it doesn't. That no rematch clause looks very specific. It looks very smart right now. Bob Arum did not give Lomachenko the rematch clause. Lomachenko doesn't have a rematch clause. Bob Arum didn't give him one. Come on, man. Bob Arum told you he does not let his young fighters, young champions, fight for championships unless he knows he's 80% sure that they can win the fight. Why would that rule not apply to Teofimo Lopez? That's why I was saying for months and months and months, dude, this is ripe for an upset. Not just because of how Teofimo Lopez fights, but because of how Top Rank does business. Now, if Bob Arum is telling Terence Crawford to go down and wait to 140, oh, he's trying to get him beat. Terence Crawford ain't made 140 pounds in 2 years. And he looked anorexic when he did. Come on, man. He can't be going down to 140. Going down to 140 for Terence Crawford, now that his body is used to 147, is just a recipe for getting his ass beat. Okay? No. Which is why I'm telling you. Y'all, man, I'm telling you. You guys don't think that it's not important to pay attention to the politics of boxing. That's why on my channel, I was like, nah, I'm going to pay attention to the politics of boxing. Because the politics of boxing a lot of times will tell you who's going to win the fight. And it made me some money. And you can't tell me it didn't make me some money because I told you it makes me some money. Frank the Trucker says, salute for 9 and the chat. It's Frank Cook. I changed my name in the pic and finally got a spot where I can become a member. Peace to everybody. That's what's up, Frank the Trucker. Hey, Frank, definitely check out the video. I did an early video that got released. If you're a member, go to the video. Members, I already released like a video for my afternoon. Is already up and available for members. So you guys should be able to see it already. And then it'll upload for everybody else later on in the day. But definitely go check it out and let me know what you think about it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care. I see everybody reporting that Teofimo Lopez said that he's going to fight Devin Haney and all that. Sure. You can say a lot of shit. I will see it when I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Damn, I just said how you become members when you're on your on a computer. You can join as a member. Underground Asylum said, I watched the video. Good breakdown. Thank you very much, Underground Asylum. And that's what I'm telling you. I do not believe that. I don't care. And then after I did the video, then the news came out and people were like, oh, yeah, this, that, and the other thing. Dog, I don't believe that shit. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe that shit. And my man, Petty Ass Boxing Talk in the building. Much love in that super chat, man. Oh, and I will never miss another super chat. I dare you. You guys will never get to me. Never get me to miss another super chat. You hear me? You can't do it. I figured it out. I'm going to be 100%. Mr. Mont in that super chat, man, says, Fannon, Bob actually said that those guys from Top Rank would be moving up soon, but not Bud moving down. Going down. Well, you know, that's why I ask. That's why I ask. Thank you very much, Mr. Mont. Because if that was the case, oh, no, he's getting beat. Well, now, let's now analyze it from the standpoint of him staying there. But we'll talk about that in due time. I just want to let you guys know for sure what we were talking about. And I told you, my man Dark True said that was a great video. Yeah, dog. I appreciate that. You can't do it, dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. T.O. See, because this is what I think is going to happen. But let me get to the first part first. Let me get to it. Smooth Groove Boxing. I am 100%, damn it. He said, Oak Cliff, America is in the building. Just tipping some of my winnings. Thanks, Lopez. Rich, y'all. Oh, rich, y'all. Yeah, dog. That's what's up. Oh, and for sure, my man, Akondo Sammy Hassan says, salute Fannon. Tio is about to get the same treatment as Loma from Bob. They already did. Do you see he's on the pay? He's already on the pound for pound list. He's already on the pound for pound lists. Now, I dare somebody to ask me, get a problem with me saying Teofimo Lopez don't belong on that pound for pound list. Because he doesn't. The fuck out of here. Why does he deserve to be on the pound for pound list? Why? Somebody tell me why he deserves to be on the pound for pound list. Fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. If he's and I'm going to tell you why he doesn't deserve to be on there. If Jermell Charlo is not on that pound for pound list, get the fuck out of here with Teofimo Lopez. See? Oh, he's on Ring's pound for pound list. He's on ESPN's pound for pound list. And Jermell Charlo is not. How'd that work? How did you skip putting Jermell Charlo, a 3-belt holder, on there and leave Lomachenko, who ain't got shit on the list? How'd that work out? How is Gennady Golovkin still on that list? Jermell Charlo is not. You guys, no, Jason. No, Jason. Not Jamal. Not Jamal. You know why not Jamal? Not Jamal? Because Jamal ain't got 3 belts. Jamal ain't got 3 belts. Jamal ain't got 3 belts. Lomachenko is still on the list. And Jermell Charlo is not. Jermell Charlo is not. Now, you are full of shit, boxing media. You are full of shit. Lomachenko is 14-2 with no belts. But he is on your pound for pound list, and Jermall Charlo, who holds 3 belts at 54 pounds, is not. You racist pieces of shit. Don't tell me that that's not what that is. Don't tell me that that ain't what that is. You cannot justify leaving both Gennady Golovkin and Vasily Lomachenko on that list and not have Jermell Charlo. How does that work? Please explain it to me. I will, he got the belts. What do you mean, I will, he got the belts? He got what belts? No, so does Jermell. Jermell's not on there. Belts ain't got shit to do with it. Lomachenko ain't got no belts, and he's on there. What do belts got to do with it? Jermell got more belts than Canelo. Jermell has as many belts as everybody on that list. And better wins. Ha! No. He can't make it because of the belts. You can't. How you got Manny Pacquiao on there, no Jermell Charlo? Loma is still on the list. And he just lost. He's 14-2. 14-2. Guess who else is on there? Monster Inoue at number 2. At number 2. Let me go back and check ESPN again. Or Ring, because I'm pretty sure. Let's look at it. Ring Magazine, pound for pound. Yeah, let's see who they got all ahead of Jermell. Pound for pound. Number 1, Canelo Alvarez. Number 2, Monster Inoue. Number 3, Terence Crawford. Ring Magazine has 36-0-0 with 27 KOs with 288 weeks on the list, right? Look. I want you to see this, man, because you gotta see this. I gotta show it to you. This is just how ridiculous this shit is. Frank said, as an Aerosmith Jr. fan, I would like to see whoop Bud, but I got Brooke giving Bud his first L. Damn, yeah, it's gonna be a tough. I think it could be a hard fight, but I think I got him winning. Would like to know what the betting odds are for the fight. I think he's I'll get you both, but let me go through this real quick. Okay, let me see something. He ain't gonna lose to Brooke. He's minus 900. He's minus 900. So look at this. Watch this. Seriously. Look at this. This shit is it's just stupid. I mean, it's just predictable, you know. You should be able to see this. Number 1. All right, I just need to make sure that you can see it after I go here. Okay. All right. So look. Number 1 is Canelo Alvarez. Number 2, over Terence Crawford, is Monster Inoue, right? Terence Crawford. Look at how long Terence Crawford has been on this list. 288 weeks. Terence Crawford has been on this list. He ain't never lost. He became the undisputed champion of the world at 140 pounds. And Monster Inoue is ahead of him. Dog, Monster Inoue has been on this list for 3 years. 3 years of Monster Inoue on this list. Do you see Jermell Charlo anywhere on here? No. But Turbiev, 15 fights. But he's IBF, WBC, right? 15 fights. Estrada got 3 L's. To guys that ain't on this list. Gennady Golovkin, we already know. Come on. Gennady Golovkin lost to Canelo Alvarez. Does he have 3 belts? No. He has the IBF. Vasily Lomachenko, 14-2. Let's see who's been on this list the longest. Gennady Golovkin at 299 weeks. Terence Crawford got on there just a few months later. Ain't never lost. Ain't never been at number 1. Alexander, look how quick these guys get on this list. 17-0, 19-0, 17-0, 14-2, 15-0. God dog. You know what I'm saying? Dude, let's see if we can find any black undefeated fighters on this list. No. Okay. There's one black guy on the list. Is he undefeated? Yeah. Is he undefeated? Yeah. Every other black dude, you lose, you up off this list. But not this guy. Not Loma. 14-2, you stay right there. Gennady, come on, man. Come on, dog. You guys are jokes. No Jermell. Why is Arthur Beterbiev on there and not Jermell? Why is Juan Francisco Estrada on there and not Gervonta Davis or Gary Russell? You guys are just jokes, man. I'm sorry, man. I just had to do it because you guys are just jokes. That's a joke, man. That's a joke. Strict Talk Box says Spence 1, Charlo 2, Canelo 3, Teo 4, Crawford 5. Nah, dog. Teo is not going ahead of Jermell Charlo, man. There's no way you should put him ahead of Reginald James. No, fuck that. Let me tell you straight up. No, you're not going to get away with, you guys are not going to get away with that. You're not going to have somebody beat a hype job and then catapult him ahead of everybody else in boxing. He is not a better pound for pound fighter than Jermell Charlo. Get out of here. That is not hating. Come on, man. Y'all think Teofimo Lopez is a pound for pound better fighter than Jermell Charlo? Really? What about him? What has he got? Better defense? More power? Better speed? What? Oh, he never lost. That's the undefeated, right? Get out of here, man. With that. That's not me being a hater, dude. That's just me saying, look, you're not going to run downhill with this dude. Not with me. You guys are not going to run downhill with Teofimo Lopez like that. Okay? Because here's the thing. What did people say for years about Vasily Lomachenko? That people were giving him accolades that he didn't deserve. Didn't you hear what Ivan Redcash had to say about Lomachenko? Ivan Redcash is from the Ukraine. And he showed $200,000 that he made betting against his own another Ukrainian. And what he said was he knew he was going to lose because Vasily Lomachenko has been given everything. That's what they said. Vasily Lomachenko had been given everything. And that's not me. That's Ivan Redcash, who was on the Olympic team in the Ukraine with Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko got a shot at a world title in his second fight. Vasily Lomachenko has got to be, without a doubt, the most privileged fighter in the history of boxing. Easy. This guy is not a ticket seller. He's not a big draw on TV. But yet, he ain't never beat anybody of note, any real big win. Where you were like, oh, I can't believe, look, Vasily Lomachenko beat that guy. I can't believe it. Does he have that type of win? No, because he never came anywhere close to that type of fight. Because he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. But come on, man. Don't just run away and try to do the same thing to Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez just proved that he is one of the best fighters in the world, without a doubt. But being one of the best fighters in the world do not mean that because you beat a guy that was a hype job, and he was a hype job, that all of a sudden you get to catapult past everybody else. And then all of a sudden, because I hear you guys saying it. You guys are already saying that who's Devin Haney? And he deserves, what route is he taking? Man, come on, man. You guys Teofimo don't need you to protect him. And Teofimo don't need all that extra shit put on top of him. Because some of you think it'll make you more money. I'm not hating on Teofimo Lopez. I'm hating on the whole concept of people continuing to take a fighter and then blow him up all to the moon and ignore other fighters. You guys were already, I'm glad Teofimo Lopez said, you know what? I want to beat Devin Haney. I want to beat Devin Haney. so I can shut people up. Exactly. Shut me up. But you're not going to shut me up. You're not going to shut me up. You're not going to tell me, oh, stop hating on Teofimo and make me feel guilty because I want to say, nah, he need to fight Devin Haney. And nah, he's not better than Jermell Charlo. No, he's not better than Terence Crawford. No, he's not better than Errol Spence. I don't believe he is. He didn't beat those guys. He beat Vasily Lomachenko, who I've been telling you for a very long time is not as good as people have been saying. No, man, you don't get to run away with Teofimo Lopez like that, man. You guys sometimes see fans don't understand. You're going to make it hard to be a fan of his. Because now Devin Haney's going to be right. Okay, because that's the truth. Devin Haney is right. You might not like that he said, Teofimo, you're not undisputed. He's not. The WBC cannot pick and choose which belt counts. They only get one. It's not the WBA, the WBO, IBF, no, the WBO, the WBA Super, the IBF, and then either the WBC or the WBC franchise. Because then, why can't it be, it can be either the WBA and the WBA regular, because guess what? If it can be either the WBC or the WBC regular, then guess what? It can also be the WBA Super or the WBA regular, which means Gervonta Davis is standing in the way of Undisputed. Either way you cut it, it doesn't work. Either way you cut it, it doesn't work. And you shouldn't want it to work. You should want Teofimo Lopez to fight Devin Haney. I'm just being real. But if you think, what's going on, Native Black Faculty Conversations? But dog, if you think I'm just going to be up here like, I'm not hating on Teofimo Lopez saying that. I've been saying that the media does this to fighters years before I ever knew who Teofimo Lopez was. Teofimo Lopez was. Do not try to run downhill with Teofimo Lopez. What Teofimo Lopez did was he got rid of a hype job. I do not want to replace one hype job with another hype job. Let Teofimo Lopez fight Devin Haney. If he beats Devin Haney, then he's the man at lightweight. That's easy. That's easy. And then if he moves to 140, hey, Jose Ramirez, stay your ass at 140 and fight Teofimo Lopez. What's the problem? But don't try to go skip. Was Rosario a hype job? Who hyped Rosario? Who hyped Rosario? Let me check. Let me check to see if Rosario's a hype job. I like that you asked that question. Haney at 140, that's bullshit. Haney at 135 for the belts. Why you want to fight him for a non-title fight? Or is that going to be, we'll fight him in 140 after he gets all the belts? No, that's not wanting to fight. That's not wanting to fight. That's the same thing as saying you don't want to fight. But I'll get to that in 1 second. I'm not going to miss skillets because emotionally driven fans will compulsively create gods out of fighters, creating a cult of personality, and that's why they hype trains, hype jobs. And don't do it to Teofimo. Stick Talk Boxing said, Lopez Sr. already said Haney at 140. Then you're not trying to fight him for Undisputed. That's that simple. If they say that they'll fight Devin Haney at 140 but not 135, then they don't want the fight. That's just a talk around. You don't want the fight. Because Devin Haney's not at 140. Devin Haney's at 135. You're not at 140. You're at 135. Why would the two of you guys hold all the belts and then go fight at 140? That's not wanting to fight. The reason the fight is important is because all four of the major championship belts are on the line. Anything else is a deflection, which is why I'm telling you, I'm still dropping the video saying that will be the biggest mistake of Teofimo Lopez's career if he does it. Don't do it. Teofimo, you can break the cycle, dog. Don't do it. Insist that you fight Devin Haney. Clean up your plate. Because otherwise, people are going to be like, you know what's going to happen. You're going to go off and they're going to take you the route where you're going to make as much money as possible. You might get more money, but dog, you're not going to get that credit. You're going to get the money. You're not going to get the credit. And guess what? Hype jobs never make the big money. You will never make the big money if you go with Bob Arum's plan. You'll make the mediocre money. You'll make the high level money. You ain't going to make no Floyd Mayweather Jr. money fucking around ducking Devin Haney. How you going to make Devin Haney? How you going to make Floyd Mayweather money when you ducking people in his gym? You can't. They're just going to use that on you and wrap you with it. Guess what? When you duck, you lose. Tia, guess who lost? Between Vasily Lomachenko. If you don't believe me, think of it this way. And I ain't forgot about that Rosario hype job said stuff. I'm about to get on that. Yeah, anyway, I lost my train of thought. But you get my point. But I wanted to show you how Rosario's not no hype job. And here you go. I don't see him on there. Right? Look, see Lomachenko? Lomachenko held two belts, the WBO and the WBA. He lost, and he is still right there at number 7, friend. Jason Rosario lost 2 belts, and he ain't nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. In fact, he's down at number 3. He dropped below Jared Hurd, Arislandi Lara to number 3. Far from staying on the pound-for-pound list, that is a hype job. They are not willing to give up the hype. He is 14-2 coming off of a loss and has no belts, but yet he is still there. That is a hype job. And if you see that happen to Rosario, then let me know. Hamad S., look, don't get me confused when I say hype job. I have a specific definition for hype job. Rock J, D-Rock E said, fighters scared to lose, believing they will lose all their earning power and legacy and play legacy. Yeah, they need to get that up, dog, because for real, you can't eat legacy. You can't eat legacy. Somebody else said that. I know they did. You can't eat legacy. And if you're really the truth, dog, there ain't no reason to do this, to take the short route, dog. That's why I tell y'all guys about your channel. Like, I know y'all got pissed when I told y'all about buying subs and all that shit. Dog, look, man, fuck it. It's just what it is. That was an example of me telling people, dog, you shouldn't take shortcuts in life. It doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't do you any good, because when you take shortcuts, you do not allow yourself to grow. You know what I mean? Like, there's this beautiful analogy that people use that I've heard somebody use. It's like a butterfly. You know when you have a butterfly in a cocoon? If you see a butterfly trying to break out of a cocoon and you pick up the cocoon and then open up and let the butterfly out, that butterfly will never fly because it's the action of forcing its wings out of that cocoon that fills the wings with blood and then allows them to be able to be strong enough for the butterfly to actually fly. It's the struggle that you go through that allows you to become the man that you can ultimately be. If you never lost, and see, there's the thing too, like take, for example, Floyd Mayweather Jr. There is a good argument that Floyd Mayweather Jr. might have been a better fighter if he had lost. Or he might have, or he became a better fighter because he lost in the Olympics. And he made his mind up that, oh no, that shit ain't happening to me again. And it never happened to him again. But being afraid to lose and all, but learning while you're losing, learning all that stuff is important. Teofimo Lopez will happen to this is what'll fuck around happen to Teofimo Lopez if he turns into the butterfly with the weak wings, like Lomachenko. Lomachenko has not gotten any better since he turned pro. In fact, if you look at the Vasily Lomachenko that turned pro, you look at the Vasily Lomachenko fighting in his third fight when he was 26 years old, and you look at him now, it's the same style of fighter with half the speed, right? But nothing changed. He has the same switch angle, right? And then if that's not working, then you step forward, blocking shots, and get in there and land precision punches and try to get him out of there. That's what he did in every fight since Miguel Mariaga. That's his whole thing. And Teofimo Lopez saw it. And Teofimo Lopez was like, first of all, you're not getting any points. I'm keeping you right there. And as long as you try to switch angles on me, you're losing rounds. Because I'm just going to pivot, boop, boop. And y'all didn't want to admit it, but the truth be told, dog, Lomachenko really didn't do that much damage to Guillermo Rigondeaux over 5 rounds. He won the rounds because he was bigger, he was fast, he's more active. But when he got in there with a bigger guy and Teofimo Lopez could just keep the jab out of there, he didn't know how to deal with it. He did not know how to deal with it. And he changed too late and he lost. Now, Lomachenko might be a better fighter now that he lost, but with the way this hype shit works, he'll probably not get a shot. They'll probably just say, hey, let's just now make him fodder for somebody else. Let's give him a couple get-back fights, right? And then we're going to feed him to Shakur Stevens all over again. Now he's on the food cycle. That's what they did with Manny Pacquiao. Look at what happened to Manny Pacquiao after he lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. with Top Rank. And then look at him after he left and went to the PBC. He was a done fighter on his way out of the game with Top Rank. On his way out of the game with Top Rank. He goes to somebody else that's willing to promote him, doesn't have a bunch of fighters that they want to put ahead of him, like a young Lomachenko, right? They don't have their eye on some young prize that they're going to put ahead of him, like Teofimo Lopez, Terence, or Josh Taylor, Terence, or Jose Ramirez, Terence. Y'all be thinking I'm hating on Terence Crawford. I'm not. It's time to go, dog. It's time to go. They got way too many people right up underneath you that they believe will outsell you and bring more money in than you. Bob Arum believes more in Jose Ramirez and Teofimo Lopez than he does in Terence Crawford because he believed more in Vasily Lomachenko and Tyson Fury than he did with Terence Crawford. And that's how I see it. So, yes, it is time for Terence Crawford to go before a decision, before we're all here on a Monday morning looking at, I can't believe it. He was robbed. Was Terence robbed? How were the scorecards that wide? I mean, it went the distance, but come on, he didn't do anything. I don't believe in rematch clauses. Ain't that what Bob said, Terence? He don't believe in rematch clauses, which means you ain't getting no rematch clause. when you get in there with Jose Ramirez. And all of a sudden, Jose Ramirez goes the distance. But yet, 116, what is it? You start hearing them things. And we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Terrence's eyes go, what? What? Bo might be like, what? And the new WBO champion of the world, Jose Ramirez. Don't think that shit can't happen. Don't think that shit won't happen. I've been telling y'all for a year it was going to happen to Loma. For years. He said, Terrence don't care. Easy pay. Nah, he care. Don't nobody want to have their career. That nobody wants to play second fiddle to another man. But if you don't care, you don't care. Tio ain't ahead of Bud. Oh, he will be his next fight. You better believe that. You better believe that. And he will leave when Shakur Stevenson arrives. Mark my words. Terence Crawford will leave the pound for pound list on ESPN and Ring when Shakur Stevenson shows up. Anybody want to make a bet? Give me good odds because I'm making this prediction at least a year out. Anybody want to bet me? Anybody want to bet? Anybody saying I'm hating want to bet? That man said, fuck my odds, never mind. Exactly. Fahim said, no bet here. You damn right, no bet there. I'll take all your money. I told you, dude, I've been telling you. I told you what was going to happen with Teofimo Lopez and Vasily. And I'm telling you right now, dude, the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. Okay? If you don't want to see the writing on the wall, that's not on me. Okay? Just like I tried to tell you dummies, do not bet your money on Sonny. Dog, I know y'all was hot. Boy, I know you was hot. Woo-wee, I know you was hot, dog. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Hey, if I had lost my $100, you know how mad I would have been if I did not listen to, if I had put more faith if I put more faith in Lomachenko's talent than I did in Bob Arum's crookedness, do you know I would be out $100? And I almost sat there and thought, I was like, come on, man. Come on, man. I was like, come on, man. Come on, man. You know Teofimo Lopez, if this goes to the card, that Vasily ain't winning this fight. You know it. You know it. Do not put your money on Sonny. So I did not put my money on Sonny. And I feel way better because of it, dog. And I'm telling you right now, you guys right now, if Terence Crawford don't get up out of Top Rank quick, because let's pause. Let me ask you a question. To anybody that disagrees with me, tell me, where do you think Floyd Mayweather Jr. would be if he did not sign. If he did not sign, get away from Bob Arum. Where would Floyd Mayweather Jr. be today? On somebody else's resume is the answer. He'd be on somebody else's resume. You know whose resume he'd be on? Antonio Margarito. He would have been on Antonio Margarito's resume. I'm convinced. Convinced. Nope. I don't believe it. I believe he would have fought. I think he would have fought Antonio Margarito with plaster of Paris on both of Antonio Margarito's hands and a judge doing this while they fighting. That would have happened to Floyd Mayweather Jr., dog. Nah, he wouldn't be on Paul resumes. He wouldn't have got the fight. He wouldn't have got the fight. They ain't feeding him to Paul. Maybe Paul, but I don't think so. I think Antonio Margarito. Because people were saying, oh, you're ducking Antonio Margarito. He's ducking Antonio Margarito. He's ducking Antonio Margarito. Well, he was ducking Antonio Margarito, right, when he was with the PBC and Showtime. He wasn't ducking Antonio Margarito when he was with Fox. I mean, when he was with HBO. I don't care. If Antonio Margarito gets in there with plaster of Paris on his hands, either Floyd Mayweather Jr. was going to lose that fight or he was going to lose subsequent fights because he was going to be damaged from getting hit with them fucking plaster gloves. I mean, you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I think he could have beaten. First of all, dog, I would like to tell you that technically speaking, I am Latino. So fuck you. Okay? Let me get this straight. Technically speaking, I am Latino. So fuck you. I take that as an offense. My mother is Cuban. My family, large parts of my family speak Spanish. I do not speak Spanish. That's why I have an affinity for Guillermo Rigondeaux. Bitch. Try that shit with somebody else. I just don't play the whole Afro black, Afro Puerto Rican. I just don't do that shit. I'm black because I grew up in America and my father is black. But best believe, homie, I qualify as Latino. Fuck off, homie. Oh, black people ain't Latino. Oh, so what? Didn't know that, huh? Oops. Kidding me? Love Guillermo Rigondeaux. Love Guillermo Rigondeaux. Love Felix Tito Trinidad. Love him. Love Eris Landy Lara. Love him. Ooh, or Yordani Zugas. I love Yordani Zugas. They Latino, right? They're Latino, right? They're Hispanic, right? I'm just checking. Nah, homie. Not here, homie. Not me. Okay? Not me. Who shot you? Who shot you? You know what I'm saying? Who shot you? Man, please. Whole bunch of Latinos ain't nothing but Negroes that can swim. Okay? I don't want to hear it, homie. I don't want to hear it. What? You want me to get my nieces? Would you like me to get the Cifuentes on the phone? Would you? Because, you know what I'm saying? Would you like me to call the Cifuentes and have them cuss you out in a Cuban dialect for you? Talking about who? Do you hate Latino? Nah, nigga, I hate hype jobs. I think I hate hype jobs. That's what I hate. I hate hype jobs. Dog, let me tell you a true story, right? I was in a, and I'm going to tell you the truth, right? This is back in the day, you know, when you used to be able to look for flicks and shit, but you couldn't get them on your phone. You had to go into stores. So one time I went into the store because I was trying to buy me, you know, we used to call them flicks. Now y'all be calling the shit, you know, Pornhub and shit. So, but in the 90s, you had to used to go to the stores, right? So I would go to the store in the Chicago, right on Michigan Avenue, right? Because I lived on, I lived on South Michigan Avenue, like Michigan Avenue and like Michigan, right in Michigan Avenue and Randolph, right? Michigan Avenue and Randolph. Dog, this dude was in the thing just talking about nigga this, nigga that, nappy headed this, nappy headed that. Dude, and I was walking up and I was like, hold on, man. Can you stop? You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, can you stop? What is this shit? And he was like, man, don't tell me you wouldn't be saying all of these type of things. You wouldn't be saying all this type of things, you know, if I wasn't around. I was like, dude, my family's Cuban. No, I would never say that shit in front of you. I wouldn't say that shit in front of them. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker's whole face just did this shit. Yeah, exactly, homie. Like, stop. Chi-Town all day, baby. You know what it is. Can we go back to boxing? Oh, Thomas Maria said, can we go back to boxing? Yes, we can. Now, you can get the fuck out. Enjoy leaving while you try to tell me what to talk about. Now, back to Teofimo Lopez, though. That was a good redirect. I appreciate you. Congressman Lockwood, hey, that's what's up. From Paris, I like your analysis, Fannon. Thank you, Doro Doff. Here's my thing, man. No new hype jobs. Okay? Let us reject all hype jobs at all times. Okay? I am willing to do it. All right? Now, if you do not believe me, please look at the treatment that I got from what I would say about Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. Okay? So if you guys know I am not being a hypocrite, on the same channel, I sat up and I said the same thing about Devin Haney. Devin Haney has not done what Gary Russell Jr. has done. Yeah, I got back to boxing, though. I appreciate the corrections, but you are getting the fuck out as soon as you do it. Like, can't let them get too comfortable, Moni. Can't let them get comfortable, Moni. They'll run you over, dog. You see how these other chats be with all kind of people talking all kind of craziness? That don't happen around here, dog, because we got it. The rich has got it on lock around these parts, dog. Oh, yeah, you know it. But look, it's already getting replaced, dog. Look, you just saw. Those are placeholders. Gennady Golovkin is still on that list, and y'all know damn well Gennady Golovkin does not belong on that list. Steve Kim, you know damn well he does not belong on that list. You know damn well. Okay, you know damn well he does not belong on that list. Andre Ward, you dog, the dude was overhyped when you were fighting and you ain't been in the ring in 3 years. What the fuck is he on that list for, Andre? Do you remember, Andre Ward, how hard you had to work to get to number one? What you had to do to get to anywhere near number one on their list? And Monster Inoue in 19 fights is already where you were. You had to win the Super Six, dude. You had to beat Mikkel Kessler. You had to beat Carl Froch. You had to beat a bunch of people who you didn't know, and you were an underdog. Fighting bigger guys. And they still didn't put you on there. And then you beat Kovalev, and they still didn't put you on there. And since they didn't put you at number one, you know you are no higher than Monster Inoue is right now. Do not let them do the same shit to Jermell Charlo that they did to you, Andre. It ain't worth the money, man. It ain't worth the money, homie. It ain't worth the money. It ain't worth the money. It ain't worth it because it's not right. At this point in time, there is no discussion. We just saw Jermell Charlo win on a pay-per-view fight that everybody was celebrating in a fantastic fight where he destroyed Jason Rosario and showed you that he was the man. Is he on the list? It's like the shit never happened. That fight was in the middle of November. That fight was in the middle of September. It was less than 3 weeks ago. And all of a sudden, it's like it never happened. People are on ESPN talking about boxing is back. No, dude. Boxing came back weeks ago with the Charlos. Did you miss it? Did you miss that fight, Top Rank? Did you miss that fight, Ring Magazine? Is that why you didn't give Jermell Charlo or put Jermell Charlo on that list for unifying 3 belts, but you put Teofimo on there? And you leave Lomachenko on there? You left Lomachenko on there. You left Gennady Golovkin on there. They aren't supposed to be there. Nobody believes that they are the top fighters. Why do you have placeholders? Other than not to give black fighters their credit. Why do you have placeholder fighters on that list? Alexander Usyk has not had a decent fight in almost a year and a half, and he is still there. He won Undisputed a couple years ago. Ain't fought nobody at heavyweight. And he ain't budged nowhere. Jermell, nowhere near that list. Gervonta, nowhere near that list. Rigondeaux made that list just before the Lomachenko fight and was off of it right after the Lomachenko fight. Now answer me a question. Why can Guillermo Rigondeaux be the number 5 or number 6 pound for pound fighter in the world when Vasily Lomachenko was the number 2? The number 5 moved up in weight, lost to somebody on the pound for pound list, and was put off of the pound for pound list. But Vasily can lose to a guy that ain't on the list, lose to a guy that isn't on the list, that has no major accomplishments, and yet he stays on the list. And then you replace Lomachenko at number 2 with Monster Inoue and not Terence Crawford. You all are full of shit. Period. You cannot tell me that a 3-belt unified champion who has cleared out a division does not belong on a pound for pound list, but the guy who just lost and is 14-2 deserves to stay on there. You're liars. How is that? What rationale is that? No, Fiend, they don't make sense. None of their rankings make sense. None of their rankings make sense. The WBC's rankings don't make sense. The WBA's rankings don't make sense. The IBF's rankings don't make sense. None of them do. But they make sense for a particular purpose now. They make sense for a purpose to market fighters. It is not a real list that is meant to communicate who people honestly believe is the best. It is meant to communicate who you want us to watch. That is not a pound for pound list. That is a please watch these fighters list. Oh, the number 1 fighter that we really want you to watch is Canelo. And after that, the next fighter that we really want you to watch is Monster Inoue. And then after that, the next fighter that we really want you to watch is Terence Crawford. And then that makes sense. Because when you think about it like that, then everybody being on the list makes sense. Oh, Canelo Alvarez. Oh, well, Golden Boy owns the magazine. They do want me to watch that. Oh, they get interviews with Top Rank. They do want these Top Rank fighters. But it's not a serious analysis of who the best fighters are. And you can tell by the way they did it because they got 15, 20 different people that all get a vote that all count the same. So whoever's name you put on the ballot and whoever you pick when you know their preferences are before you pick them, vote the way you want them to vote, and the outcome is what you want it to be. But if any of you think, honestly, that Teofimo Lopez deserves to be on a pound-for-pound list ahead of Jermell Charlo, dude, you're full of shit. Okay? Dude, you's full of shit. Okay? You's full of shit. And I'm going to say it that way. You's full of shit. Okay? You's full of shit. How in the world? And then, nah, dog. Jay Lee says, salute for 9. Blood is in the water for sure. You're right. It's time for fighters to stop paying for them fees. And then the thing, to start paying attention, smash up them likes and chat, family. Yes, it is time to start listening. And Teofimo Lopez, they're going to ruin your career doing that dumb shit. Because I'm going to tell you, dog, hey, man, I don't have to work out to keep doing this. And guess what? I'm doing it, and there's a bunch of people already copying my style that are all going to be on your ass. Because logic, you can't beat it. And I mean that when I say my style. Not that it's my style like I own the style. Don't own the style. But it is just the logic. Tio, you're no bigger than Devin Haney, dude, just because they want you to be. Just like Anthony Joshua was no bigger than Deontay Wilder just because UK people wanted him to be. The truth of the matter is it always takes 2 fighters to make a fight. And you have to fight somebody. And the second that fans say, oh no, this is my guy is better than your guy, he has to fight. The minute you start acting like you don't have to get out on the playground, dog, is the minute people stop respecting you. People respect Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, and that's the respect he deserves. He deserves to be respected because he beat a guy that a lot of people thought was the best thing in the world. And Teofimo Lopez told you, this dude ain't all that. He ain't all that. Me and my daddy been saying for a long time, we're going to whoop him, and that's what they did. They went out and whooped him. So guess what? There's another kid on the block who got a daddy. Right? And my daddy, Bill, his daddy, Bill, this is me talking like Devin. My daddy say, go whoop you. So Devin is there wanting to fight. He's there with a belt wanting to fight. These people that are going to try to convince you to skip past them because NBF Teofimo, right now, NBF. No black fighters, Teofimo. Not right now. Not no slick dude. No. Yeah, you may get him, but you may look bad when you do it. If you look bad and you don't knock him out, it goes the distance. Then we got to go to the cards. Right? Or you don't look spectacular, so we can't sell you. Nah, man. Let's put some flat-footed fighters in front of you that you can hit in the chin. Let's take 3-4 of them. And then we'll revisit Devin Haney at 140. 140 will never happen. Okay? Just like what Bob Arum said to Regis Prograis when Jose Ramirez skipped out of that fight on Regis Prograis. You don't think that can happen twice? You remember that? Oh, well, we got a tournament coming up here. Regis Prograis will be fighting. Well, Regis Prograis will fight. Who did he fight? He'll fight Julius Ndungo, and Jose Ramirez will fight Amir Imam. And then the winner of that fight will fight for the WBC title. Do you remember that scenario? Yes, you do, if you're a boxing fan. Guess what happened? Not a damn thing. It never happened. Because Bob Arum said after the fight, well, we're not going to do this right now. We're going to do it a little bit later down the road, which means never. If somebody is saying that they want to fight, this is the thing. If you don't want to fight Devin Haney 135 for those belts, you don't want to fight Devin Haney. No qualified answers can count. And I'm telling you right now, they're not going to fight him. Salute for now. Oh, yeah, I got that. Thank you. Much love in that super chat. And Jerome Hall said had a super chat. Y'all don't like me. I know you don't like me. But it's what's up. It's what it is. No, none of that. None of this. Oh, he said he'll do it. He said he'll do it. I talked to Tio on the phone. Tio said he'll do it. No. You can say a whole lot of shit on the phone. You can say a whole lot of shit with a mic in your face. And then guess what you can do? You can say some other shit completely different when this mic is in your face. And then when mic's in your face, you'll say something else. You got an answer for this mic. You got an answer for this mic. And you got an answer for this mic. I don't give a fuck about none of them mics. I care about the fight is official. As long as people are talking about him moving to 140, that is a duck of Devin Haney. Just like when Canelo Alvarez dipped up out of there and didn't fight Demetrius Andrade. When he had all 3 belts. That was a duck that nobody talked about. Well, no, we're not fighting Demetrius Andrade. We're not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. DAZN really doesn't think that fight's appropriate right now. Yes, I know we have all four of the belts, right? And Canelo has 3, and Boo Boo has 1. But no, we don't think that fight is appropriate right now. Did you ever get it? No. Did anybody ever raise a funk about it? No. Guess what will happen to Devin Haney if nobody raises a funk about it? The same shit. They do not want to put slick black fighters in there with people. They want to make up excuses, whether it is Teofimo Lopez's, or whether it's Teofimo Lopez that they're protecting, or it's somebody else that they're protecting. This is not specific to Teofimo Lopez. They said it on ESPN. You remember when everybody was all kumbaya, Black Lives Matter? We're having all the protests, so let's let Andre Ward talk about being black for a second. Let's let Tim Bradley talk about being black for a minute and how hard that is. Well, in the midst of them acting like they gave half a fuck about black people for 2 minutes, they said, hey, it's hard for slick black fighters to get fights. It's been hard for slick black fighters to get fights. Why? NBF, no black fighters. Because they can make you lose. They can make you lose. They can upset the apple cart. Like Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know, the Latino. Guillermo Rigondeaux. As if Latinos can't be black. Spare me, dog. I stay away from all that Latino talk because I knows I'm a nigga. And that's just what it is in the United States. Don't try to fucking hold that shit over people's heads. People ain't hating on Teofimo Lopez at all. We want to see him fight. What am I supposed to want him to do? I want him to buy a house? I want to go to his Instagram page and see what new pair of tennis shoes he got? He's 22 years old. What the fuck else do I care about a 22-year-old kid for if they ain't my kid, but to watch him play sports? That's what they supposed to do. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting him to fight Devin Haney. And ain't nothing wrong for not believing somebody when they say, I will fight him. I really want to fight him. Yes, Teofimo, but you're like 16 years old, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like you're closer to 16 than you are to 30. So I don't think you're going to be making that business decision. I think you're going to be putting your 2 cents in it and that people are going to consult you. But I think that Big Bob and your pops and the matchmakers, that they're all going to try to figure out what's the best for your career, and having your ass whooped by a DAZN fighter named Devin Haney ain't going to be on the list. Ain't going to be on the list. And y'all can fake like he's on the list. That's on the list for the next 3 or 4 days. And then about 2 weeks from now, we'll hear who it is you're going to fight next. And it ain't going to be Devin Haney. Because Top Rank didn't want to give Devin Haney a shot at those belts before. Why would they want to give Devin Haney a shot at the belts now? They already told Devin Haney no. I mean, dog. Sometimes you don't have to go to interviews and ask people questions. Let logic be your guide. Should I move up to 140 pounds and fight, I don't know, Victor Postol? Maybe if I move to 140 and I can fight Victor Postol. And I knock out Victor Postol, but nobody else has been able to knock out Victor Postol. Nobody but me. Josh Taylor couldn't knock out Victor Postol. Jose Ramirez couldn't knock out Victor Postol. But I, Teofimo Lopez, the former undisputed champion at 140, has moved up and knocked out Victor Postol. Come on, man. You don't see play? Go look at ESPN. Just go look. Just go look at ESPN, at Top Rank's website. Okay? Let me show you who he's going to fight next. Go to Top Rank's website. Look for super lightweight fighters and see who ain't got to fight 6 months from now. That's your guy. That's your guy. That's who he's going to fight. Okay? Dude, the matchmakers are the best in the world over there at Top Rank, man. They're the best in the world. Without a doubt. So, since they're best in the world, they do the best shit, the most logical shit consistently. That's how you know who's the best. Who makes the best decisions over the long haul? Isn't that how you determine who makes the best decisions? Yes. A best boxer is the boxer that makes the best decisions. Back to back to back to back. Whether it is his decision to work out in the morning, get up and make sure you do everything. The decision to listen to your coaches, the decisions to react this way to this punch or react to that punch, the decision to go with the game plan or vary from the game plan, right? Life is a bunch of decisions. And how good you are is dependent upon how good your decision-making process is on a regular basis. That's just how the world works, okay? It's metaphysically true. That being the case, my friend, make your best decision. Make your best decision. No offense, but all the best Latin dances and music came from Black Latinos. Dog, let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell you this, which is why I never talk about that stuff. Okay? There is white and there is non-white. All the rest of the shit is just confusion. Now, on boxing. But I appreciate you saying that. But there's only black, there's only white, non-white. Everything else is a distinction without a difference for all practical purposes. And Pats would be smarter to realize that. If I speak Spanish, I'm a completely different person? No. You know what I'm saying? No. No, I'm not. It's not a racist and ethnic group. And really, it's a language group, is what it really is. It's not even an ethnic group. It's a language group. It are people in the Americas that speak Spanish. That's what it is. They are people in the Western Hemisphere who speak Spanish as their primary language, are Hispanic. That's what it is. I am not Hispanic because I do not speak Spanish as my primary language. If I did, I would say that I was Hispanic. But I don't speak it, so I don't. You know? But I know what I call myself that works every time and don't nobody ever argue with me about. I am black. And because that is the truth. No need to hide behind something else. It's just no need. Please excuse me. I got allergies, something bad. But we're not into that today. I just want you guys just to know that And I never talk about that because I know you guys are going to try to jump on that. He's hating on Teofimo because he's Latino. Dog, my sister-in-law is Mexican. Brother-in-law's mama's Cuban. Brother-in-law's Cuban. Nephews and nieces are Cuban. All over the place. Got family that are Venezuelan. All of it, okay? Just please spare me, dog. I just know I'm black, okay? Because that's what it is. And Tito Trinidad know he black too. And so does Cotto. So does Cotto. That nappy hair, man. Don't try to hide from me, Cotto. Don't try to hide it. Let it grow. Let it grow. No, I'm not. Anyway, this is a distinction without a difference. Anyway, this is why I don't have no problem with Angel. Like, you guys have problems with like what Teofimo Lopez said, his pop said, and people have problems with what like what's his name, Angel Garcia said. Dog, I don't even have a problem with it. Like, I'm like, dude, for me, it's seriously, man. I know there's so many problems with that stuff, but like when that flew out of Angel's mouth, I was like, you realize he's Puerto Rican, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you realize what there is in Ecuador, right? You know what I'm saying? You realize that, right? but you know, it's whatever, dog. It's whatever. Some said technically I'm Afro-Asian. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? We are all of that stuff. But anyway, we back to boxing. I'm not doing all that stuff. We back to boxing. I made my channel better by not talking about that stuff other than on Patreon. What I'm talking about right now, though, is that WBC, because we got problems in boxing, man. We got problems in boxing, and this is the perfect time to talk about it before it starts. Do not run downhill with Teofimo Lopez, and do not allow people to run downhill with Teofimo Lopez. Stop it now. Look what happened with Tyson Fury. Dude, Tyson Fury, sound like you know about Neely Fuller? Of course I know Neely Fuller. Absolutely. Neely Fuller changed my life. Neely Fuller Jr. is one of the greatest men I have ever been blessed enough to hear breathe air. It's how much I think about that man. Like, yes, he saved my life in many ways. And I've never met him. It was like somebody that just said, stop and listen. This is it. Take it, now go away. It was beautiful. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to do that today. Teofimo Lopez, I got a lot of respect for Teofimo Lopez and what did Teofimo Lopez accomplish. But I'm on Twitter, and I see what's being said on Twitter. I see what's being said in videos from both sides. From one side, people are saying that Teofimo Lopez agreed to that fight. No, not until that contract is signed do I know that he agreed to that fight. You agree when you sign the contract. See, I know that's hard for some people because you guys want to act like Tyson Fury was waiting around. That Tyson Fury was waiting around. Yeah, the guru, I'm back on boxing. That, you know, that Tyson Fury was waiting around for Deontay Wilder to decide whether or not he wanted to see him. God, what'd he say, man? You messed me up with that Dr. Boyce Watson stuff. He's from the Chi, or at least he lives in the Chi. But anyway, said, hey, Ray said, Fannon, I'm an amateur and professional judge here in Detroit, Michigan. Love the show and the knowledge, bro. Man, that means a lot to me that you are a judge. Thank you very much. Nothing means more to me, dog, than when somebody that is like a judge or somebody that, like, you know who responded to my tweet? And I stopped. I never said anything else about it. What's the guy's name with the eyes? What's the guy's name with the eyes, man? Funny dude, man. A referee. Gotta love this dude, man. Like, love this dude. What is his name? The guy with the big eyes. You know who I'm talking about. The referee. I want to say his name. It's not Steve, but he's a big time ref. And I did a video about the gloves, right? I said something about a glove, and I just retweeted. And he came into the chat, Steve Willis. And Steve Willis came into the chat and was like, he gave an explanation. And see, if you ever want to shut me up on Twitter, have somebody like Ray or somebody like Steve Willis come to my page and explain to me why I'm wrong. Because once he explains that I'm wrong, I will immediately say, hey, what am I supposed to say That's Steve Willis. He knows better than I do. Yeah, the black dude. He knows better than I do. But the rest of y'all can kick fucking rocks with this bullshit, okay? Because I know damn well you guys are trying to run downhill on Teofimo Lopez because you see the money. Every time a fighter wins, it's like everybody sees the money. Ooh, the money. Look at the money. All the money. Ooh, the money. Ah, the money. The money, the money, the money. We got to make all our decisions based on the money. Look at the money. And you can start going all fucking nuts over the money. Teofimo, put the money in your bank account. You got that money. Now, doing what you were supposed to do got you where you are, didn't it? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I said he loves his job. Yeah, I like him, dog. Yeah, I like him, dog. He said, Kodo Trinidad, love it. Fannon, yeah, man, don't act like you ain't black, dog. I mean, I just don't see, damn it, I don't want to do this in these chats, but I'm going to do it because it's important because we talking about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, and that's a real aspect of the boxing. Okay, it's a real aspect of the boxing. And I sit like right on the line watching that stuff, dog. And look, the people that are going to support Teofimo Lopez, and that's why I did it. That's why I have two versions of the video that I did about Teofimo Lopez, because in the unedited version, I say it in the video. I'm like, look, man, I'm talking to my Hispanic friends. Please do not run downhill with Teofimo Lopez because you're going to run into a wall and it's going to crash, okay? Because Teofimo Lopez has not proven that he is the best guy at lightweight yet. It just has not happened. And if the shoe was on the other foot, you would want Teofimo Lopez to fight Devin Haney. And there's no way you could tell me different. If Teofimo Lopez was the WBC champion, and he was signed to Matchroom, and Vasily Lomachenko refused to fight Teofimo Lopez as a mandatory, the WBC gave a franchise belt to Devin Haney. Gave the franchise belt to him, right? To Vasily. And then he beats Devin Haney. Then Devin Haney beats him. Now Devin Haney has all the belts, but Teofimo Lopez is sitting there hanging because Lomachenko ducked him. The whole time, Lomachenko, if that was the scenario, wouldn't Teofimo Lopez also be sitting there thinking, I can beat Lomachenko? What's the difference between Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney right now? Nothing. Other than one guy got the opportunity to fight Vasily and the other guy didn't. You cannot tell me, as bad as Vasily Lomachenko looked in them first 6 rounds, that there ain't nobody else in boxing that can beat him. Let me ask you, that's a real question. Did Vasily Lomachenko look so good in that fight against Teofimo Lopez that nobody but Teofimo Lopez could have done that? Josh Taylor would have done it. Jose Ramirez would do it. I think Shakur Stevenson would do it. I'm pretty sure Gervonta Davis would do it. You don't think Gervonta Davis can keep a jab out in front of Vasily Lomachenko for 6 rounds? And make him pay when he tries to start fighting? Guess what? Vasily Lomachenko is going to be just as hesitant to let his hands go against Tank as he would against Teofimo Lopez. And you know why? Because Tank hits almost as hard and his hands are a lot faster. No, Lomachenko does not beat Gervonta Davis. Not that Lomachenko that fought last night. Give credit to Teofimo Lopez. I already gave credit to Teofimo Lopez. I'm giving credit to Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko. And he deserves to be considered one of the best fighters in the world. How much more credit do you want me to give him? You like some dude that comes to my yard, mows my lawn, and I pay him, right? I pay you, say, hey, man, I mowed your lawn. Give me my credit. Dude, I just paid you $40. What more credit do you need? Oh, I need for you to tell me that I'm the best lawnmower that you've ever seen. No, I'm not going to tell you that you did the best job ever of mowing my lawn because I don't think you did. But you did mow my lawn, and here's your money. Now get the fuck out of my face. Same thing with Teofimo Lopez. I think he did a great job by beating. He won me money. He beat you cannot beat Vasily Lomachenko without being one of the best fighters in the world. He's clearly one of the best fighters in the world. So go fight him. Hey, Q-Dog Realities, go away. I could have sworn I blocked you a long ass time ago. Hey, man, you people that think you can slip up in this motherfucker and have comments just because there's 900 people in the chat. Dog, if I see you, I will throw you out. Okay? I don't care what you think of me. Yeah, I believed in Tio. Hey, did the TV ratings come out yet? No. But look, I don't think they matter. Jose Perez, let me tell you this. No, I'm not relaxing, dog. You relax. You relax. I can't relax. I'm in a live stream. How can I relax? You don't know how. You must never done a live stream before. If I relax in a live stream, you know what people are going to do? They're going to walk out the room if I start doing this. Well, I think that, well, I really think everything is fair and dandy and all of that. Yeah. Dude, that doesn't work on a live stream, dog. Kick rocks, okay? Doesn't work, man. It doesn't work, homie. It don't work. I'm not relaxed. Fight Devin Haney and I'll relax, okay? Fight Devin Haney and I'll relax. None of this, let me call the media outlet and promise on the telephone that I'll do it. No. Fight him. Okay? And we'll stop asking you to fight him when you fight him. And if you don't fight him, when you go to 140, we're going to say you didn't fight him. But guess what's going to happen? Devin Haney's going to go to 140 because that's what Devin needs to 140. Why? See, that's how I know y'all are full of crap. Why would you want him to move? He made 135 the day before yesterday. Excuse me, 3 days ago. He made 135 last Saturday. Why does he? Teofimo Lopez made 135 last Friday. Why does he need to move up to 140? That is a step around, okay? Now, I know you guys are boxers. No. Why do you guys keep mentioning people? Dog, let me tell you something. Lorenzo, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you this the last time. I didn't even mean to do that. I meant to get rid of that. However, dog, look, man. I'll loan him some money. I got 500 on it. I couldn't resist, dog. I couldn't resist. Oh, I couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. What is this? I don't know how anyone can argue about this 100%, dog. They can't. They can't. There's no room out of it. There's just no room out of it. Dog, we don't make the argument until there's no room out of it. Okay? There's no room out of it. Teofimo Lopez has to fight Devin Haney. Even ESPN is not calling him undisputed, by the way. Just so you guys know, even ESPN and Top Rank are calling him a 4-belt champion. Did you notice that? He's the youngest 4-belt champion ever. Now, I am going to go look that up and see if there was somebody that might have had the NABF, the IBO, the NABF, the IBO, the Pan American flapjack belt, to see if somebody 22 years old got a bunch of belt holders, right? Nigga lost all that motherfucker. Hey, dude, seriously, man. Hey, Boo Boo Flash, she said, tell your boy Bumpy Tom to stop timing me out because, hey, nah, dog. Nah, Boo Boo Flash. Boo Boo, you got to figure out how to get along with Bumpy Thompson. Okay? I'm not one of those dudes. I get along with Bumpy Thompson just fine. Okay? I never get complaints about Bumpy Thompson. If you're doing some shit, that's because you do. If Bumpy Thompson is slapping you around, that's because you're doing some shit you shouldn't be doing. Keep coming back to the channel. Put in work on the wrench squad, and then eventually you'll get a wrench, and he can't slap you no more. But the way we have it over here, we got a hierarchical situation. I'm just telling you. We got a hierarchical situation in here. We got a wrench supremacist system. Y'all know how they talk about the white supremacist system? We got a wrench supremacist system around this bitch. If they got a wrench, I want them here. If they have a membership thing around them, I need them here. If you have neither one and you talk crazy, you're food. Because I need you too. I need somebody to feed the wrenches. I'm sorry. This will never be a live chat where you will ever call me nigga in your life. Okay? And I built a wall around this. So you cannot do it. Which is why I have 830 people in this chat and not 30. Because the people that did not learn that you do not allow people to come into your chat and ruin other people's experiences, until you learn to do that, you're going to have people like Bozo get rid of 15 subscribers because you're in the comment section calling people all kind of names and they never want to come back. So I'm sorry, you're getting tossed by the wrenches if they don't like you, because you could be one of those people who are trying to screw people over. No, my wrenches are more important to me than you are. And it's just what it is. And your opinion is more important than I am, clearly. You said we rocking with you, Fannon. I appreciate it, dog. There's a whole bunch of people don't want me around, dog. Whole bunch of people, dog, that do not want me around. Okay? It is not past me. That has not passed me. But it ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be easy. I didn't say Tito's ducking Far Rock Milts, but he got to fight. He got to fight him. That's my whole point. He got to fight him. Hamada said, yeah, that actually happens in some chat rules. Trolls and racists make you unsub. Of course they do. And people ask me all the time, dudes, like, you can't ever say what you want to say around Fannon. He'll throw you out. No, you can't. And I'm telling you flat to your faces, no, you cannot say whatever you want around me. Because if you say whatever you want around me, you saying whatever you want around to subscribers. No, you don't think that I know that some of y'all can be friendly, happy-go-lucky people who are just wanting to just get rid of people from my chat? I see you doing it. But they said that's what makes your chat great. Hey, man, I appreciate it because you will always, once you establish yourself that you are somebody that is really, really serious about the sport of boxing, loves the sport of boxing, right, is not going to disrespect black fighters or disrespect and notice what I said about black fighters, how wide my definition of black fighters are, and how I believe in many instances that distinctions are, that some of the distinctions we make are distinctions without differences, that my umbrella for mistreatment is pretty big. So I don't want to see Teofimo Lopez mistreated. And if I was out here mistreating Teofimo Lopez and not giving Teofimo Lopez credit, really not giving him credit, you guys should be in there saying something. But don't come at me because I'm not going to give him too much. Because if I give him somebody else's credit, that's something he didn't deserve. And I'm telling you, he doesn't deserve to be put on that pound for pound list above Jermell Charlo. He just doesn't deserve it. And I think if you really asked him, he would tell you the same thing. If you asked him honestly, do you really think that you've accomplished more and you deserve to be held in higher regard than Jermell Charlo is right now? Based on his last fight and your last fight. Based on his last 2 years and your last 2 years. No, because there's nobody at 154 pounds that can say Jermell Charlo ducked him. Nobody. But you don't want to you're going to try to tell me not to hate on Teofimo Lopez. When I was telling you weeks ago, do not hate on Jermell. And now you guys are acting like it never happened. You guys are giving, in my opinion, you're giving Teofimo Lopez the treatment that people should have been giving Jermell Charlo. Right now, I should be looking and saying, oh man, I was wrong about Ring Magazine. I was wrong about ESPN. They did put Jermell Charlo on the pound for pound list. I was wrong. But I wasn't wrong because they didn't put him on there. I was right. And since I continue to be right about stuff like this, I'm not listening. I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from you. No. Just because he's your guy doesn't make him the guy. And I have never put Terence Crawford and a question. A poll, and I'm going to prove it. Of the active fighters that have championship belts, in boxing today, if you're a regular to the channel, put in the chat who you think my favorite fighter is right now in all of boxing that has a belt. And I'm going to wait just a second for people to answer that because I want to prove that I'm not being a hypocrite, that I am practicing what I preach. Too much spam? Yeah, I mean, just keep cleaning them. That's what it is. I can't even see it. There you go. No, it's Errol Spence. It's Errol Spence. Has anybody in here ever heard me say that Errol Spence Jr. is number one pound for pound? Has anybody in here ever heard me say that Errol Spence Jr. was number one pound for pound in boxing? The answer to that is no. I never said it because I don't believe it. Because I don't believe he did enough. Because I don't think he did enough to pass Terence Crawford. And I said it the whole time that I was arguing that Errol Spence Jr. was the top welterweight. I never said that he deserved to be pound for pound over Terence Crawford. So, let me tell you, I don't care what you think about Teofimo Lopez what you think about him as being a good fighter and how much you like him. He does not belong he does not belong ahead of Jermell Charlo. He does not. He may later, but he does not right now. And neither does Monster Inoue. Monster Inoue being on that list is a joke. It's a joke because none of you guys have ever seen him fight. Very few of you have actually seen him fight. And he fought in weight classes where there's no talent whatsoever. He's at 118 pounds right now. There is no major talent at 112, and 108. So the fact that you guys are throwing some fucking belts out that you don't even, who held the belt before him in those weight classes? Who held belts after him in those weight classes? Ab Cuts. Who's the talent at 105? Name me the 10 top fighters at 108. Liar. Name me the top 6 fighters at 108 pounds when he held the belt. I'll be holding my breath all day for you to tell me the answer to that one. I could go up to every fight, every person. I would bet money on this. That everybody that voted for Monster Inoue, that votes for him as number 1, as number 2 pound for pound, that they cannot tell you who the last 5 fighters that he fought, who they fought. And who are the champions in the weight classes that he used to hold the belt in. You can't tell me because you don't know. You know why? Because you're not in Japan, motherfucker. Stop faking it. You do not live in Japan. I don't live in Japan. Boxing is not centered in Japan. That's like you telling me, oh, the NBA All-Star, the NBA the NBA MVP should be a guy that plays in the Euro League. Man, get out of here. You don't even play in the NBA. Monster Inoue just made it to the NBA when he got to 118 pounds. Wake me up when he gets to 122. Wake me up when he starts fighting guys that are the size of men that already went through puberty. Okay? I would bet money that Monster Inoue fought dudes at 105 pounds that didn't even have pubic hair because their ass was really 12 years old, fighting for donuts, sitting out and get the fuck out of here with 105 and 108. I mean, guys, stop it. Niggas, stop. Any of y'all acting like y'all really care about them weight classes, stop it. If you are not Japanese, if you're not from Thailand, Japan, Mexico, do not act like you care about those weight classes, dude. You do not, because there's nobody in your country that participates in them. Do you know how many Americans there are that fight at minimum weight? Guess how many Americans and British fight at 105? Guess how many fighters, American fighters and British fighters combined, fight at 105 pounds? The answer is none. None. There are no American fighters at 105. The whole United States, there are none in those weight classes. None. But you want to act like them getting belts at those weight classes are the same things as winning them at 135 pounds. Get 126 pounds. Dude, I don't have to keep acting like that facade, okay? Because guess what? I've had a boxing channel a long time, okay? It's 3 years now. It's 3 years now, okay? I have seen every trick in the book. I've heard every argument in the book, okay? Every one. If you say it to me, I've heard it about another fighter. I have responded to in excess of 60,000 comments, okay? 60,000. So let me tell you this. You're going to come to me trying to convince me that people in weight classes separated by 2 pounds, notice what I said, 105, 108, 112. A 5th grader can come up with the math that is between 3 weight classes, 7 pounds. A guy that weighs 112 pounds can go to the bathroom and weigh 105. Let me repeat that. A guy that weighs 112 pounds can go to the bathroom and get down to 105. And you want to keep throwing these people's names in front of black fighters. Dude, you don't watch those fights. I know when the fights come on. You can't watch them. How do you have access? Do you know how hard it is to find a Monster Inoue fight at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning through an illegal stream? I do, because I tried to watch them. They're very hard to get. So the only people that are seeing these fights are people that get tapes sent to them. Kind of like a movie premiere. Like my friend works for, my friend used to be he does something different now, but he used to be an agent. And whenever there was a movie out, he always had the movie in his house. And the copy said, not for distribution, right? Preview purposes only, right? Because they're trying to sell him the movie, right? So they give him the movie for free and they say, hey, watch this movie. What do you think about this movie? Do you want to invest your money in this movie? Right? That type of thing. That's what they're doing with Monster Inoue. These people aren't actually watching the fight. They're not actually watching the fight. They're telling you what some promoters over there in Japan who might want to sell Monster Inoue and make money in the United States. They're just trying to prep the audience for Monster Inoue ahead of time. That's not some serious analysis of Monster Inoue and his fighting skills that have him on that list. Which is why I can tell you that Jermel's not going to make the list. Gervonta Davis is not going to make the list. If Gervonta Davis knocks out Leo Santa Cruz cold in 2 rounds, Gervonta Davis will not make the ring pound for pound list. And guess what? What's the record of Leo Santa Cruz? And how many weight classes has Leo Santa Cruz won belts in? Do you think that is going to make Gervonta Davis jump into a pound for pound list? Right? Wasn't he a champion in 118, 122, 126, and now 130? Isn't he a 4? And doesn't he only have 1 loss? I don't think Leo Santa Cruz only lost to Carl Frampton, right? He's got 1 loss, right? So Gervonta will be a 2-weight division champion. He would have beaten a 4-division champion. You think he's gonna get on a pound for pound list for that? Nope. But Vasily Lomachenko can lose to a prospect. But he can lose to a guy that was just a prospect this year. Let me say that way. Be more accurate about it. Right? He can lose to a guy that was a prospect last September because Teofimo Lopez was a prospect until the fight before last. Right? But he gets to stay on the list, right? You guys lose. Yeah, he is. He cherry picked I won't say he's a cherry picker, but he cherry picked the shit out of Leo. But he didn't even cherry pick Leo. You can't even call Leo a cherry pick because he moved down and weight to do it. So it's not even a cherry pick because he wanted to fight Leo Santa Cruz at 135. And Leo Santa Cruz said, no, I need you weight drained. So he went back down in weight. I don't even think that's a duck. I don't even think. On the real though, for real, y'all got to stop trying to do this shit. You got to stop doing this, man. Don't ruin Teofimo Lopez for me, please. Please do not ruin Teofimo Lopez for me. I like Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, people have been saying for a while that Teofimo Lopez could have been is the best. Or actually, let me say that it's more and more as time goes on. It's Shakur Stevenson, but Teofimo Lopez has the ability to beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney has the ability to beat Teofimo Lopez. And let's not pretend that that's not the case. Because really, that's what it is. When you get rid of all this other stuff. What the fuck is going on in this chat? What is this shit about? You're not talking to me. You guys can't be talking to me. But now I'll say it's a cherry pick in this sense. That is a cherry for Teofimo Lopez. I mean, that's a cherry for Gervonta. I don't mean to say that he's cherry picking somebody that is a poor fighter, because I don't think that's the case. I'm saying it's a cherry pick because that shit's sweet, and Gervonta Davis is gonna knock his ass out. But I do not really believe that is a cherry pick, because that is because he's Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is a legitimate fighter. He's a duck artist, but he's not a cherry pick. Like, I don't think that like if Teofimo Lopez fought Postal, I wouldn't say that was a cherry pick. You know, these guys are legitimate fighters, man. I didn't see shit you said, Fahim. It ain't no cherry pick, dog. I don't think that's a cherry pick, dog. But I do think he's going to whoop his ass, okay? Just like I don't think Danny Garcia is a cherry pick for Errol. But I think Errol is going to whoop his ass. Same thing. You know what I mean? It's not a cherry pick. Oh, St. Cruz said, I have Inoue number 10. I mean, you'd have to get rid of Estrada. Like, maybe he could be in the top 10. Maybe. Like, there's a chance, dog. You said we don't need validation from that. No, we do not. However, that's because I be trying to help people out, and y'all don't want to let me. I can't be the bad guy all the time, dog. Okay, Fahim? I can't be the bad guy all the time. And by the way, I am officially riding with Floyd Mayweather Jr. as TBC. I'm getting ready to eat. He's the best of this century, dog. Kevin Henderson said, you watch Leo going to wear Gervonta out. All he got to do is smear some peach cobbler on his gloves. And Gervonta try to eat. Bam, right in the mouth. Man, that shit is crazy. Yeah, Teofimo Lopez got power. Issa said, if I get an A in your class for 9, yeah, yes, absolutely, y'all do, man. Yes, you do. But please don't act, dog. Don't act like y'all are new, okay? Please don't act like you knew. Yeah, I keep hearing about this monster shit, dog. Seriously, he's got power, man. That's what I see. He's got power. And he's in a division where people don't usually have power. But other than that, dog, you can't, dude, if you're not getting punched, you can't miss him with a punch. So I just can't, as soon as somebody takes that away from him, it's over for him. Do you get me? Like, it's over for him. As soon as somebody takes Monster Inoue's power from him, it's over. It's a wrap. He can't outbox. He's not gonna fight, win rounds. As soon as he gets in trouble, dog, it's a wrap. I'm just telling you, it's a wrap for him. He has no defense. He's missing half of his game. You get me? Like, he misses half of his game. He has terrific offense, but that's what you guys are always looking for. You're always looking for the offense, and you pay no attention to the defense. That's why the NBA sucks, because everybody, and that's why NFL sucks, because everything is about offense, 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 offense. Oh, look how many times he scored. Oh, look at how many times look how many dunks. Look at all the threes. Let's make a highlight reel of all that. And you skip him getting punched in the face. You look at the fact that they scored 120 points, but you don't look at the fact that they gave up 118. The fact of the matter is these NBA teams are giving up a shitload of points. I watched the NBA Finals, and it looked like an all-star game. I'm like, God, dog, how does he keep getting wide open layups? You cannot keep telling me that LeBron James is such a great player that he can get all the way to the rim and never wind up on his ass. That's my dude right there, though. That's my dude right there. Where is it? Juan Cesar Martinez? That's my dude right there. Dog, 50-year-old left-in rookie said, I thought this was a boxing conversation. Dog, your photo looked like you thought that this was like a kindergarten playground or some shit, you creep. The fuck is with that picture, man? You look like a fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with you, dog? I thought this was boxing. Everybody unsubscribed to Fannon because he brought up basketball. All I'm saying is I ain't trying to get into no I'm not going to get into any basketball conversations. All I'm saying is that Monster Inoue does not have any defense, and he gets punched in the face on a regular basis. And as soon as he gets in there with somebody that can prevent him from hitting them, and at the same time hit him, is going to whoop his ass. Okay? Because slow ass Nonito Donaire almost beat him. Okay? Just telling you, dog. What? Check that hard drive, dog. Check that hard drive on that one, dog. You look crazy. But look, make sure you guys go to KQKC, who is coming up next. After that, make sure you guys show up to my man, Best Fight the Best. He's going to have a great show. My man is going to come up after that. 78 Sports TV is going to be on at 7. You know what I mean? LCD said, Fannon, we get you. He was food. And you guys keep coming. Now, hold on, man. Let me ask you a question, dog. Certain point in time, you guys are going to realize this. Black people are good at boxing. Okay? Boxing fans that watch a lot of boxing know which fighters are going to eventually get their ass whooped. Okay? Monster Inoue is one of them because he does not have solid defense. If he gets in the situation where his power is neutralized, or the guy that he's hitting, he is not concerned with his power, he is going to lose, and he is going to lose badly because he fights in an amateurish type of way. Brrrah. Take punch, take punch, take punch. That is my opinion. Y'all can live with it or not. And with that, I'm out. They the superior species. My man, Junior the Truth. Make sure you subscribe to Junior the Truth. And with that, I'm out. Peace.